So today's job is to make a piece of pipe with a threaded connection so it can be used as a protection for open tanks and so on. First, we start to cut off all the material that is needed. So now I've cut off all the material and it's time to start machining. So first we will start to machine the threaded bushing that will be welded into the pipe. I made a small program so that the cutting tool is positioned in the same position, so it's easier to take out the stock for the next piece. So here I pull up the first program that will turn the outside diameter. So now we change tool to turn the side where the end is of the bushing before we cut it off, so we get a nice end. So here we start to make the thread, and then we start with drilling the hole. So now it's time to change to the threading chuck, and this is quite clever because when it reaches the end of the hole, there is a cupping that will slip instead of breaking the tab. here you could hear the coupling snap 2 times. So then I stopped the spindle and reversed out of the hole. So now it's time for warping off. So this is the finished part, and I'm almost finished with all of these parts that are going to be welded to the pipe later. Now it's time to machine the cap that will be welded on top of the pipe. So now it's time for kick welding, and I will be using a TIG rod that is salt water resistant, which is 5356 alloy. Enjoy. So here you can see the bushing and the finished part. So now I only have to weld about 55 pieces more to finish. Thank you for watching.